So let us begin. You are looking at the dungeon, and you were just discussing whether to walk into the room full of skeletal figures.
Yes.
I didn't
We were discussing that if it was better to enter this room or go back and try to
back down.
cut the particles and enter the tomb.
I was also thinking we could even go back downstairs to that water area and investigate that too. I just these skeletons worry me a bit. Although we do have
Now, to be clear, you have to go upstairs before you can go downstairs. You went downstairs in the entry area.
Right.
Just to the south of where you are.
Okay, yeah, we went down. I was thinking.
Yeah, this dungeon has its ups and downs.
Gotcha. Well, Armstrong, what do you think? Armstrong's probably just wanting to attack.
No, I'm not a big fan of walking in this room with these skeletons. It's a bit ominous. So I mean, I'm open to other ideas here.
My vote would be go back downstairs and see where that goes, but see what you guys think.
I'm eager to prove my deity's powers against the undead, if these are undead.
Older, you can do that from where you stand.
I'm going to back up.
Yeah. If you say that, I'm going to come up here with you, because I'm kind of emboldened by what you just said.
Ooh, combat.
There are 7 figures, 7 skeletons. They're standing as in formation, right?
Indeed.
But they could be an array of a mortuary array or something like that. They are not, as the legend said, they should not. They could be, as the legend says, undead, but I never encountered it, so yeah.
So what do you propose? Are you going to fire or something, or channel your god's energy?
If some of them move, I believe I can, with the willpower granted by my deity, I can stop them in their tracks. And
are you going to try that from where you're at?
They're not moving. I don't know if they're alive. May I try?
You can try anything you want. Whether or not it works is another question.
Well,
I think I can confirm that these things are not alive. So,
thank you, Nicodemus.
Thank you, Nicodemus.
Yes. Sometimes it helps to have an expert opinion.
Anybody have some rope or twine I can borrow?
Yeah, I got some rope. Hand him my rope.
Now that I have this rope, I want to walk over to this one.
Hold it. Right there. As soon as you step into the room, which would be here, we do that magic thing. We roll for initiative.
Oh my god, I think I see movement.
I think you do. Look at all those 4s.
Be careful, Armstrong.
Oh no!
Wow.
What?
Okay, now I'm gonna make a comment here on for the video, for the purpose of the video. Everybody who said they didn't like simultaneous initiative, too bad.
Cannot wait.
Here we go.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this works out.
Okay, so you were gonna go to your left over there, right, Armstrong?
Yes.
Okay, so you took 1 step in. Now take 1 step in that direction.
Okay.
Oops, wrong leg. Grab the handle. Wasn't intentional. Okay, now you can take another step if you want to. Okay, okay, so this counts as 2 for these guys because that's their second diagonal.
Okay, I'm going
This is the first diagonal for these guys.
Be careful, Armstrong.
Okay, everyone is simultaneous and no one has a reach advantage. As of one more step, are you guys holding your ground there?
I'm trying to
Turn the
undead. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll at this point. You can do that before they attack.
Okay. Turn undead skeleton.
I'll be darned.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And when you succeed at turning the undead, then you get to roll 2d6 hit dice of undead that you can turn away. So roll 2d6s.
9.
Nice.
Well, I guess we're not going to have much of an example here because let's see.
Good job, Aldar.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we can do this. 3.
It's not me. It's the power of my deity.
4.
I'm sure your deity appreciates your humbleness.
And these guys advance in the other direction by 1 space because of their diagonal step that they took earlier. I need to make sure I've got their movement rate right in the adventure, but I'm doing it in my head. So that's the end of their round. Armstrong, you have movement left. You only move 10 feet. You have a 20-foot movement, right?
That is correct. I am.
You can take a step forward and attack one of those from behind with a +2.
You know what? I'm good. I'm actually going to move right back here.
Okay, well, that's it. In the next round, I'm not going to roll initiative because they are fleeing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah.
3, 4.
May I advance?
3, 4. 1, 2. Let's go ahead and let them move. Okay. You can advance now if you want to.
I advance around here, and I keep my concentration on the thing.
You don't need to maintain concentration.
No, but I'm keeping my attention towards them.
Oh,
so
as long as you don't make contact with them, get close enough to attack them.
Yes.
Even if you don't actually attack them, getting close enough to attack them in melee, or shooting a missile weapon at them would be enough to break the effect, and some or all of them will turn back and come after you.
Okay.
Congratulations, by the way. Nice job. Oh, I missed.
Sorry.
I missed a reveal. You need to tell me these things.
Oh,
there you go.
So they didn't get very far.
Oh.
Some sort of cubicle.
Aldar, how long does this effect usually last?
I pray it lasts long enough.
Well, I suggest you do what you were going to do in that room, but I don't think I'm brave enough to step in there at this moment. I will guard you with my bow.
Do you see anything of value? Do you see any way we can?
Yeah, what do we see in this room?
Well, you see gates at each end.
Just stone everywhere. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the room. Hang on a minute here. So the skeletal figures appeared to be guarding those gates, except that now they're not. The room is otherwise unremarkable. The stones of the wall are less damaged than those in other parts of this dungeon that you've seen so far. The ground seems to have heaved or subsided less here than in other rooms, but there is some damage in the corners. You can see where the rocks have fallen.
Okay.
Alder, stand aside. Nicodemicus, could you just cast a fireball while they're all piled up there together?
Yeah, cast that fireball you were talking about.
Well, it's unfortunate, but as you might have remembered, I cast quite a few spells the other day, in our previous adventure here, and I am all out of spells.
Oh, good. Okay.
So while I am completely not worried that we are facing a small army of undead here, be advised that my spells for the time being are
useless, kind of like you.
Ooh.
Did you forget
Ooh.
your fireball back at your tower, your huge wizard's tower, Nicodemus?
No. I use it to save all your lives twice. Oh no, thrice.
You know it's true, even though he didn't actually use a fireball, he did pull you guys' fat out of the fire 3 times with that spell.
Yes, even great mages must rest. What should we do with these skeletons in the meantime?
I don't think it's a good idea to disturb them anymore. But if we could seal the room, or maybe yes, check the particulars if we can open them and pass the skeletons.
Bring that light. Who's got the light?
I do actually.
Come over here with
I'm
that light if you don't
multitasking.
mind. If you could come this way, let's see what's on the other side of these bars.
I don't want to leave behind anyone that.
My boy Armstrong's got us covered, no worries.
Okay, Vernon, you are approaching that gate to examine it. Oh, I see that Aldar has advanced and brought you some light. Let's see how much you can see. The short answer is not a whole heck of an awful lot.
Nicodemus, would you like to hold the lamp?
Oh yes, of course.
I pass the lamp to Nicodemus so I can remain behind.
So let me do that for a minute here. Wish there was a quick way to do that. Okay. So Nicodemus is now providing light. It's barely visible on your screen, but I can easily see where you guys are. And his position changes the light ever so slightly so that you can see just a little more of this, which is basically just a little more floor. But
You gonna keep coming this way, Nicodemus? Take a look here.
Young Master Vernon, you're short of stature. Can't you just slip through the bars, maybe?
Well, once I make sure there are no beasts on the other side, maybe.
the bars seem a little close for that attempt.
I'm too fat.
Your head's too big.
Let's check out the other side. I see bones.
You would have imagined if there were guards here, then there was also some lever or some action that requires activation or something.
Right.
To lift the bars.
The gate that you are standing next to, Vernon, is ajar.
Oh.
It's not secure.
So, okay. So you're saying it would lift up into the...
It's a gate, not a portcullis.
Oh.
Portcullises go up and down. Gates swing on hinges.
Right, okay.
This is a gate.
Aha, okay. Armstrong, I believe you might be able to get this one open. If you would. Hello?
Will?
I think we lost him.
Did we lose Will?
No, I'm on push to talk because I thought it would help with the recording.
Oh, it's okay. We really didn't care if you said anything. They asked you if you wanted to open the gate.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I said something earlier. I'm new to push to talk, so I may take it off here in a minute. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit cautious, but
Okay.
I'm pretty inspired by what Alder just did. So I'll kind of move up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Just kind of.
You're opening the gate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if I can.
The gate opens with a hideous squeal.
Boy.
But it opens wide, and you can easily walk through it.
Well, if we shut this behind us, you don't got to worry about them skeletons.
Yeah, but you don't know where it goes.
lock mechanism is very rusty. You're not at all confident that it will close properly.
Well, maybe we can rig something up so it'll make a noise or something to alert us.
Couldn't we just spike the door?
You're not going to be able to spike the gate. It's not close enough to the floor to be spiked. Not to mention, hammering an iron spike into an iron gate is going to make a hell of a racket.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hate leaving these skeletons in our rear because I just feel like it's going to come back and bite us. But I also don't want to bash them while they're all docile, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, we could destroy them. I mean, I do have the utmost confidence in most of your abilities.
While
Excuse me.
while they're discussing that, I'm just kind of examining the walls for anything of secret.
So.
Don't go neither.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using my light foot.
Oh, Armstrong. Whoa, dude.
These things look pretty
Okay.
good, guys. I think if I hit it, everything would be all right.
Ah, what are you doing?
We're rolling for initiative is what we're doing.
Mm.
Everybody roll.
Oh, God.
Armstrong got too close and they're turning. The good news is this time around you're not simultaneous. You're all faster. Armstrong, you're on 4. What's Aldar and Vernon going to do?
As
Actually,
soon
let me
as I
5,
see Armstrong
Okay.
attacking, I
10,
move up and
15,
attack.
20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot here now that I moved. That's 40 there.
Mm-hmm.
We got them bottlenecked in there pretty good, so we got that going for us.
Yeah.
16 is a hit.
I don't think we need to roll. Do you need me to roll?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't need you to roll. You don't have any special magic on that, do you?
No.
Okay, let me figure out which ones are which here.
Obviously shooting at that one.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm figuring out which.
Yeah,
I'm
your
looking
numbers.
at my check boxes, figuring out who to mark off there. Okay. So that was Vernon. And who else was on 6? Aldar. He moved up. Aldar, are you going to attack?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Guys, I don't think my arrow did much. I only broke off one bone.
Holy cow. So that's a hit even without the +2 from behind. Nice. And you're using a blunt weapon.
Yes.
So 6 points of damage.
Oh,
What do you think of that for a dead skeleton? All right. Yeah, just fell apart. So, 1 down. And that is Aldar's move. You would be next, Armstrong.
All right. I'm going to take a swing at that one with my maul. Is it still is its back still to me, or did it turn around?
It is. Until its initiative, its back is to you.
Cool.
So an extra +2.
Mm.
Well, that'll work.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, man. I
Holy cow.
wish I could distribute that around.
Yeah.
Whoops. And that's also going to be +2 to 12. Not that it matters, but.
2 down. Okay, and is Nicodemicus going to take an action on 3?
Yes, I'll move here and I'll make incantation movements with my staff and cast an enchantment on Armstrong and Aldar, which isn't really an enchantment, but he'll do his best.
You're faking it, is
Yes,
what you're talking
fake it until you make it.
Awesome. I'm enjoying this. Okay. So it is monster time. And so monster 1 comes over here. And monster 2 comes over here and turns around to face Aldar. And this monster comes... Oh, he needs a... Move him to front. Okay, now you can see him. Stops over the bones of his fellow. And this one comes over here, and this one is not left with an opponent. He's back in the back row. Okay. So this one is definitely attacking Aldar, and the two that are on the side of Armstrong are definitely attacking Armstrong. The one in front of him could attack Aldar, so I'm going to roll real quick over here on my other screen. I'll be darned, he is going to attack Aldar, so he turns slightly to do that. I didn't give him a very good chance, but I got a really low roll, so attacks against Aldar. What's your armor class, Aldar?
16.
Well, that's one hit. Okay, so... And they're armed with... Oh, I didn't mention this. They're armed with pikes.
Oh, okay.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, let's see. The two of them that are attacking Armstrong. What's your armor class? So it's 17. Put that in your name. That's convenient, I gotta say. Missed you by that much. Okay, and that is their actions, and that ends the round. Ooh, nice. Okay, so it looks like the monsters are faster than everybody, so let's just do the same thing again. Aldar's opponents attack him. Aldar's armor class is 17?
No, 16.
16? Oh, okay. Ouch.
Oh,
That left a mark.
Ouch.
And against Armstrong,
Oh,
that is one hit. 9 points of damage.
I'm not getting them.
That would make it...
Hold on.
can anyone hear him?
He said hold on. So
No, I mean, it wasn't showing the circles above my head, so I fixed it.
What is 20L, Vernon?
20 against large.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Nice. I like that. That's convenient for me. So, Armstrong, what were you going to do?
I just readjusted my hit points. I'm going to attack the one in front of me on my initiative turn.
Go ahead and take you guys are all slow, so go ahead and take your actions. Nice. That's a hit. Okay, that's this one. 5 total. The one right in front of you, or no, the one right in front of you is attacking Aldar. Is that the one you're attacking?
No, I didn't realize that. Yeah, if that's the case, then it's going to be the one to just east of my character, at the 3 o'clock position of where Armstrong's at. Yeah, that one.
Okay, all right. So
Nice.
they're going down fast, but so are you. And Vernon, are you going to shoot somebody?
Yep. Yeah, I can just. Yeah, I'll try to shoot straight up through here. Oh, dang it! Need another one?
okay.
Yes. No.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter. So, okay. Hang on a minute while I look at this. I seem to have missed a count somewhere.
I didn't attack yet.
That one is this one, leaving 2 there, and okay, I marked the wrong one off over here. Okay. I sort my hit points out. Okay, so that's sorted, and I've got 4 standing, and I see 4 standing, so we're good. And that is the round.
No, I didn't attack. Did I attack? I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Proceed.
Yeah.
Aldar, I was not paying attention.
Nice.
Well, I think that hit.
Good. It was good enough.
2 points.
Points.
One of them days. Okay. Okay. So, do you have anything you want to do this round, Nicodemicus?
Yeah, I'll move back here to Vernon, and I'll say to him, Vernon, as you can see, I've channeled my last remaining magic into Armstrong's maul, but I think it's time for you to put down that bow and join the fray. Do you have a weapon?
If that's the wisdom from you, I'll take it and take your advice. But if I die, I'll be mad at you.
The 14 hit point magic user says this to the 9 hit point thief.
Yeah, but
I find that fascinating.
Vernon does have a weapon. Otherwise, he can.
Yeah.
I
I'll
was
pull out
more.
my +1 hand axe.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, that does hit.
Oh, that's the wrong damage. Sorry. Well, just add. Okay, 2 points damage.
Oh, that's not right.
I meant to roll my 1d6
That's
plus
not
1.
right. That's this one. Yeah. Armstrong took out the one you damaged before. So okay. And that is the round. And now we roll for initiative again. Well, good news.
Ooh.
Okay, even a bad roll from Vernon's not that bad. Any plan, Nicodemicus, since you are the fastest?
Yes, I'll move up to here and I'll bolster everyone's confidence by saying, I have enchanted all your weapons. Have at it, my friends.
Okay. Then that would be Criminy, Aldar, and Vernon are next. So go ahead and do your attacks, guys.
Okay. I'll attack. 14. Does it hit?
14 does not hit. These guys are in chainmail armor.
Nicodemicus.
Dang it.
Vernon did not hit. Armstrong is on 2. Armstrong did not hit. Okay. Now.
Nicodemicus, your magics are fading.
Yes, I told you my magic was nearly depleted.
All right, let's go make a roll here real quick. I'll be darned. This one got attacked and injured by Vernon, and he steps over here. I've overturned him. This one goes over here to attack Nicodemicus. Now, Armstrong and Vernon, you can take a parting shot against him because... Oh, no, wait a minute. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15... He has not moved far enough to get a parting shot. I'll be darned. One more step and he would. Now it is in order from left to right. Aldar. Nope.
And the reason
Armstrong.
The reason for the no parting shot is just because he only moved half of his movement total, right?
Well, yeah, he only moved half his movement. I could play that either way.
No, that's fine. I was just curious.
He didn't present his attack to anyone who was directly facing
Okay.
his back. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that way. So that looks like that was a hit on.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. Nope. That was a hit on Aldar Armstrong. It was a hit on Armstrong for 3 points. And now roll to hit Nicodemicus, who's a lot easier to hit. But he didn't hit him. Congratulations, Nicodemicus. And last, attacking to hit Vernon. What's your AC, Vernon?
18.
Oh, good for you. You didn't get hit. And they were last in the round, so that makes it that time again. Nicodemicus, you are tied with your opponent. Now, technically, he has reach on you, but since he's already closed, that doesn't really apply. Although, if you melee him, I'm probably still going to let him attack first. Do you want to melee him, or do you want to move away? What do you want to do?
Yeah, how does the reach weapon work? He can attack me.
He's got a pike. He can poke you from 5 feet away.
Yeah. Okay.
But as I say, so you can make a fighting withdrawal, half of your movement away from the opponent, and not suffer parting shot. And he would have to pursue you to get to you. But if he's moving at the usual speed for a chainmail armored opponent, he would basically be able to keep up with you.
Oh, okay.
But still, you could move away if you want to. The alternative would be to melee him, which sounds like lots of fun with a staff.
Yeah.
So the question is, what do you want to do?
I'll hit him with my staff.
Okay.
Gonna hit him with those crazy magic crystals, right?
Indeed.
I'll be damned, you hit him.
Yes, as expected.
Whatever the damage is for a walk. I can't remember the last time anybody used a walking staff.
Well, it won't.
Walking staffs are a D4 plus strength bonus. You don't have a strength bonus, so it's a D4 for damage.
I certainly do not have a strength bonus. In fact, it's 1 damage because it can be 0.
Oh, you're -2?
Yeah, I'm old.
Okay, I'm impressed. But you did hit him, so that's good. Whacked him for a point, and then he gets to attack you. I'm going to go ahead with him since you were up there. No, I'll keep him in order. Aldar. Missed. Armstrong. Missed. Nicodemicus. Ouch.
Ouch.
Nicodemicus is damage.
Ooh.
6 points. And Vernon with that nice 18. Oh, missed you.
Nice.
Okay, that is their attacks. Those of you who haven't done anything yet can do
I'm gonna
something.
spin around and attack this one that's attacking him.
Okay. You're +2 from
Oh,
behind. Well, it doesn't
20.
matter.
Woohoo.
Okay, that's with your hand axe,
Yep.
right? Is that hand axe
Yeah,
magical?
+1. So that's already accounted for. So it's 6
Okay,
total.
got it. Okay, whoever's next.
Yeah, I rolled it rolled over on the side chat. It didn't give the graphic. I got it at 18, 22 to hit, and then did
Oh, wow.
8
And 8
damage.
points of damage. Did you... Oh, you hadn't hit that one before.
Lots of bones.
Great.
Lots of bones, indeed. Okay, and that leaves Aldar?
Yeah.
I believe. Oh,
No, I just.
Aldar, not a good day.
No.
Everyone has acted. So the monsters go again. 5. Nice, Vernon. Take your attack.
Before I do, I'm gonna spin this way and then attack.
Okay. Love to see a little tactical movement. Holy crap, you did it again.
Boom.
Bam.
That is obviously the toughest one in the bunch because it is still standing.
I'm trying, Nicodemus.
And you were the only one that was faster. Okay, bad news for Vernon.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. And so he's got an 18, so yep, no hits.
I'm just
They would have hit you if we added them together, but no. And let's see, attacking Aldar. Nope. Okay, they're done. The rest of you guys were slow,
Okay.
so
like to say I'm putting on a
Aldar,
I'm-
and then Nicodemicus, and then Armstrong.
I'm going to move to disengage this one and engage the one next to Nicodemicus.
Okay, you're +2 from behind against that one.
Okay. So this 17. It will be 17.
Oh yeah, that hits definitely.
Oh, come on. 2.
You only did 2, huh?
2. Oh, great.
Okay, and then Nicodemicus could take an attack if he wanted to, but I don't think he's going to. And then Armstrong gets to do something.
Nicodemicus, are you okay?
I am fine. Thank you.
I can't tell in that massive bones if there's one that's still alive.
There's one to your ahead and to your left.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought.
I left that one for you.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and engage it.
Okay. Okay, 11 total is not going to do it. And that's it for the round. So everyone should be faster unless they just blow the roll. Armstrong. Oh, there we go. Armstrong's first this time. Take another swing at him.
That doesn't happen very often.
Didn't hit. Okay. Looks like Aldar would be next.
Okay, I move up to here and attack this guy
Okay.
with a 1. No luck.
Okay. Vernon
I'm gonna go 5.
was on 4, and Nicodemicus is on 4.
I'm gonna go 5, 10. Squeak around him.
Okay. Yep. That's a hit. He's not down yet, but you are knocking pieces off. Is that everyone?
Yes, I think.
Yep, that's everybody. All right. Well, looks like this one is taking on the priestly dude. Nope. And the other one's taking on Armstrong because he's right there.
Hey.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Armstrong is still standing.
Yep.
He's got 9.
Well, he's gonna have 7 or 2 after this because that was where he was at.
Oh,
Right?
crap. Yeah.
2.
Okay. So, where are we at? That was monsters were on 1, so that's the round, I guess. Deuce. Your dice hate you, Armstrong.
As expected.
Well, all right, Vernon, you have the first shot.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 20.
Corner's kind of in the way.
Oh, okay. No, do
You can stand on the bones if you want to. It's kind of a mess there, but
Okay.
you're only making a half move, so I would let you do that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That'd be 5, 10, 15. So yeah, 10 actually.
Do you want me to re-roll for the attack?
No, I'll keep that roll. No reason to change that. You were rolling to attack, but yeah. Okay, so some damage. 3 points.
Yep.
He is not down yet. Okay, that was you on 6. Nicodemicus is on 4. Aldar's on 3. Nicodemicus, you gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'll stand behind Armstrong and whisper spell-like things to him.
Sweet
little
Yeah.
spell.
Aldar, it's your turn.
I'm using my
Fine.
hide skill underneath some bones.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow, you are underneath the bones. Dig you out and bring you to the front.
There we go.
Now you're on top. Okay. Didn't realize you were in that position. Okay, that's everybody but Armstrong, and that means the monsters get to attack. Attacking Armstrong. Dang, they had to roll all over the table for that. And attack, that's a miss, and attacking Aldar.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, bye guys, sorry.
there we go.
Oh, great.
Good use.
What you call lucking out.
Good use of your armor.
Armstrong, it's your turn, man.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll a hit then.
Armstrong knows no quit.
That's a hit. Roll some damage for me, please.
Very good, Armstrong.
Okay, and that is it for that round. There is one opponent left, and they don't know what a morale check means, so that means that you've still got to fight that one. And like everybody but Armstrong is faster. Vernon, you are up first, you and Nicodemicus, but I have a feeling he's not going to jump in and attack.
No.
10, 15.
Nice. +2?
Ah,
Yeah, 13 and then +2 on top. That's 15. That's a
oh,
hit.
good. Okay. Thank God for that flank. Cool. Ha!
Ha.
Good hit.
Well, it's a good thing I could muster the remains, what little magic I had left to aid us in our fight. But now I'm afraid it is time to rest.
Yes, I need to rest for a few moments, a few hours maybe.
Aldar, I was
Then I'll
very,
be good with you with your magics.
impressed with your skills, your handling of these creatures, and you were pretty good in battle. I have to say, better than I expected.
Better than I expected as well.
My adrenaline is probably still rushing from battle. Having received a compliment, I'm going to bash these bones on the ground with my maul and let out a roar.
I'll edge him on.
Okay. Nicodemicus, what did you
Oh,
just say?
I'm edging Armstrong on. I like the display of pure raw power.
I see.
I think I have one healing spell left. I have one spell left from the other day. I think I don't remember if I used two or I used only one. I think I used only one, but I don't remember well.
I'll go with one.
Okay.
You have one left.
Okay, so I use it to heal Armstrong.
Okay, roll a d6 plus 1, please. Or is that... No, that was burning.
2. The same as
You are not having a good day with
no, the same roll the last time. I think I healed Armstrong as well.
That last time you healed Armstrong for 2 hit points, it's literally the only reason he survived the battle.
Yeah.
So don't laugh at 2 hit points. That's all he had left at the end of that fight.
Yeah.
You've made your father proud, Aldar.
Yes, and you should take care of yourself, Nicodemicus, because I don't want to go back to town and tell them you're dead because you fought some devilish skeletons.
Yeah, you should cast a healing spell on yourself.
No, but Armstrong was a bit more needful of my deity's attention.
Yeah, Alder, very impressed with you being able to turn those skeletons and then basically leading the charge in battle. It was very nice to stand by you and do battle with them.
After you started
That's what I was saying. I was very impressed by Aldar.
Next time I do something like this, when skeletons run away, don't go on after them, because my deity will renounce the power that he gave me.
I just thought it would be fun, like shooting fish in a barrel, to like just swing at one of them.
Yes. Your tactics were sound, but the execution lacked in proficiency.
I'm filled with rage. All right, well, I guess let's continue. I mean, it's a threat. They're no longer a threat.
Yeah.
At least we don't have anything behind us that we know.
Should we not rest?
Where?
I do not know, but
Nicodemicus is carrying the light, so.
Let's just.
Oh, and I need to.
You wanna rest then? Where would you like to rest, Nicodemicus?
That's a good question, but I am more than willing to go on, of course. But I do not have spells.
Well, do you?
I don't think I will survive.
Did you find anywhere in this place that you would feel safe sleeping for the night, or would you want to leave?
It lacks the basic level of comfort that I'm used to in my Archmage Tower, but no, I don't think there's if I remember correctly, I don't think there's quite a safe spot that we could.
So the question is, do you think you can get back to the cabin without being attacked?
Oh, we could rest here in the hallway. There's doors on all sides. We could maybe barricade those. Sleep on the stairs. I'm sure that Aldar could prepare a bed for me or a bedroll.
You're talking about the section of corridor where the inscription is. Ah, yes.
Do we have spikes? I believe I have one.
Shouldn't we see how big this room is?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, of course. What's one more room?
The
What's one more
Archmage
out
here is getting antsy. Guys, I can hear a message from God coming.
Yeah, what's one more room?
Maybe we should rest. I'll look
Yes,
out.
I have a feeling that it would be best
I will
to do as Nicodemicus and rest
I will
and
stand
block the
guard.
doors.
Yes, I will stand guard to make sure that way you guys can get your proper wet rest, because I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay, so shall we go to
Did we
the...
determine how many spikes we had?
I don't have any. I have...
I had brought some back to the house. I'm not sure if anyone grabbed any.
If nobody took any, if they're not on your equipment list, you don't have them.
Yeah, I don't have any on me.
we could
Don't
use the
have-
bones to...
Maybe we could use the tip of the tip of the pikes to make spikes.
I mean, if
I have 5 spikes left.
remind me how far we are from the cabin. A couple hours, a few hours.
Not that far.
Guys, I could.
Well, about an hour's walk, since none of you guys are at half movement.
I could probably scout ahead, guys, and make sure we choose a safe path on the way back to the cabin if you'd prefer.
Oh, you think that's feasible? That we could.
Yeah, I could go out a little bit far ahead of you and make sure the coast is clear.
That sounds excellent. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes. Armstrong has already. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the
Yes.
plan is the
I
plan
hear
is
it's only an hour, and I'm that's more than enough reason to go.
okay. So the plan is I'm gonna walk about probably 100, 150 yards out in front of them, scouting ahead, just making sure, that I'm finding a safe spot where there's no monsters and stuff. I'm just walking slow. We're taking our time, and I have that elven cloak on me too, so
So you're functionally invisible.
pretty much. So I'm really finding a safe path.
Armstrong, you're falling behind.
Oh, my fault.
It's Armstrong, not Legstrong.
Oh God, that's awful. That is truly, truly terrible. Okay, so you traipse off through the woods with Vernon well out in front, looking out for danger. And while Vernon hears a large number of things off in the woods, none of them amount to anything, apparently, and he doesn't encounter anything and finds a perfectly safe path, leading you back to the cabin.
Sweet. Rest up, gentlemen.
You are back at the cabin.
What time of day would you think that it is now? Ish.
It is nightfall.
Oh, okay, so it's actually night out.
Yep.
Okay.
You weren't really in the dungeon that long.
All right, I was gonna say I'd go out for a little bit of a hunt around the cabin, but that's if it's dark. If it's already dark, then never mind.
Okay. So, you all head back into the cabin.
Guys,
Sleep at night and get a hit point back.
while we're here, I'd like to remind you that we have some things here. If anybody would like to take them, I'm gonna see if we have anything in that stash called a spike. I thought we did.
While you're doing that, you also need to knock off a day's rations
Yep. Okay.
for each person. And has everybody added? I guess Armstrong and Aldar have added hit point. Nicodemicus, have you added one yet? There we go. Okay, so that's the next morning. As before, nothing accosted you in the cabin.
Where's my rations? There we go.
Well,
So we've used up all the 19 that we had at the cabin.
You
then?
did. You
Okay.
used those up on that last long rest you had to have because everybody was beat all to heck.
Okay, so guys, here in the cabin we have leather armor +1, a backpack, one iron spike, 2 oil flasks, and that's probably we have a bunch of torches.
Aldar, you will have used one full flask off of your supply for your lantern at this point.
yeah.
So you probably need to take one of those to replenish. Or both, if you want.
Can I have?
Yes, Nicodemicus.
No, go on. Go ahead.
I was going to get the 2 oil jars. I
Okay.
just put...
Okay,
Just
so
put
you
them
have
on.
2 oil flasks. Does Armstrong want to take this iron spike?
For what?
Well, in case we need to jar, I'll take it. It only weighs like 0.083.
Oh no, I mean I have 5 spikes now. I can add it to make it 6.
Oh,
He did have spikes.
because we
Yeah,
thought we didn't have spikes. We were gonna spike
Yeah.
those doors.
Yeah, I may have said that when someone else was speaking.
Gotcha. I'm gonna get my rope back from you, by the way.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Yeah, okay. I'm good
I'm
here.
going to spend my daily spells, one on Armstrong and
Yes.
one on myself.
That sounds like a good plan.
First is
There is
Armstrong. Sorry?
Oh no, sorry.
6 for
Much
Armstrong.
better.
Yeah, and now for
Much better.
myself. 5.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay. So that puts you guys in significantly better shape, but still not healed all the way up, and obviously with no healing magic available.
No.
Do you have the rations to spend another couple of days?
I can go hunting. You want me to go try to hunt, guys?
You are half a day from the village Nicodemicus and Aldar came from. You could go back there to resupply.
Yes, why don't we go back to the village? I mean, that's unless
Armstrong and Vernon have never been there.
unless you
Vernon?
prefer fried squirrels. I don't know.
Fried
I could do with
squirrel.
a drink.
Find us a hog or a deer or something. What is it? What kind of animals are in these woods? Have I noticed any tracks of anything familiar?
Yes, I will.
Well, you. Well, I mean, the smaller animals. There's a smaller variety of deer. There are some of which have horns. There are rabbits. There are other kinds of small animals, squirrels. So yeah, you can find some game to hunt.
If you guys would like, I mean, I could go out and try to get one of these roe deer, or we could go back to town, whatever you'd prefer. But I'm always down for a hunt.
I would invite myself, but I feel I would just be too clunky and noisy and uncoordinated.
Yes, and for me, well, frankly, it is beneath me. So I'm all for going for a hunt, but first things first. Vernon, did you say there was a backpack in that pile of stuff?
Yeah, there's a backpack.
Oh, good. Could I persuade one of you to carry my backpack for me?
Why don't you use some manner of magical spell to make it weightless?
I could pour my precious magical resources in an activity like that, or I could protect us with fireballs, chain lightning, and all sorts of.
I've never seen either of those two.
Oh, you have. You are alive because of it.
I don't think I have, but
I'm basically.
So what's the score here? Am I gonna go for a hunt, or are we going back to town?
For me, my vote is well. I don't. Whatever you prefer. I don't.
If you go out,
Sorry,
then I can sit around the cabin and just chill out.
Yeah, you guys can chill. I'll go by myself.
Is there beer or wine here?
Beer or wine?
I don't think my father can.
No, there's not. There's a well out here. You might be able to find some water, but
no, I prefer not to drink water.
Mm.
That would be one good reason to go to town.
The other would be to tell the people the news about the owlbears.
Yes, we will.
I'm outnumbered. Let's go to town.
Yeah, all right.
I've never been to the town. What is your town called?
How far away is it?
It's a half a day.
The town is called Penrith. Penrith.
Armstrong, maybe we can find out a little bit more about this dungeon from anybody that's in the area, or figure out maybe something about how to get back to where because we still don't actually know where we are as far as in relation to where we came from. So maybe we can at least get a little bit of perspective from the townsfolk, Armstrong.
Yeah, I definitely agree about that, Vernon. And plus, and I'll be pointing over at Nicodemicus, I feel like I'm going to have a conversation with that really all-powerful mage.
A conversation. Yeah, that's fascinating. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on one moment. Believe it or not, I had not actually considered that you would go to the village. That was kind of dumb of me, honestly, not to consider that. So I have to deal with that.
We can play it by ear. I mean,
Oh, that's fine. I was gonna say one of the things that I have actually counseled in one of my videos is if you have players who are going into areas you're not prepared for, you just throw random encounters at them to eat up the time. But it really works quite well. But I'm not going to do that to you guys this time. That just doesn't seem appropriate.
So marching order in the woods. Now that I have that elven cloak, that's basically how it's gonna work. I'm just gonna go be 100 yards ahead of them, scouting hardcore.
That's actually quite a good idea. I really am impressed with that one. What happened to my upload? You start out after the use of Aldar's spells put you guys back into the propped up position. You start out for town. As it happens, the only thing that Aldar sees is some hawks, and hawks don't represent much of a challenge to Aldar, or to, I'm sorry, Vernon. And he doesn't even bother to warn anybody. And while they startled Nicodemicus, no one was harmed in the making of that scene. And after half a day's travel, give or take, you find yourself at the village of Penrith. Now, I'm going to go easy on you guys here. Nicodemicus and Aldar can pick, well, Nicodemicus can pick whatever house he wants to pick in town. I'm assuming it'll be a big one, probably. But he gets to pick whatever house he wants in town because however it is he came here with some money. He spent most of it, but he did come here with some resources. And I am looking at, okay, the biggest house in town is the village elder's house. So you can have anyone but that one, I should say.
Is this a tower at the top? That circle?
Yep, that's an old tower, decrepit.
I'll take that one.
I figured.
So the tower's yours. Huh? Okay, that's fine.
That's why I called it out. I was like, I bet he wants the tower.
Okay, and if you guys are looking at the whole map,
Yep.
yeah.
There is a building on the town square, more or less, anyway. Right here that serves as both church and as the residence for the priest.
Okay.
That's where Aldar hangs out. The town does have a trading post, but the trader isn't always there because he's a kind of a one-man operation, and he often has to go elsewhere to get goods. So I will roll and see if he is present. And you are in luck. He is present. Trading post is this little building right here, directly in front of the statue and well there.
Okay.
You think the statue may depict an elven maiden? No one is sure because she's missing from about the hips up. It's an old statue that was here when the town was taken over by the inhabitants.
Are we still down here,
in
guys,
fact,
or are we moving through town?
You can do whatever you want to do there. So
I'm assuming they're showing us around. They know the place.
yeah, it's Nicodemicus and Aldar's town. So
Where's the inn?
Yeah, let's go have a beer.
there's not. Well, there is a public house. There is not really an inn per se.
So
Because people rarely stay. If anyone does come to town and needs to stay somewhere and isn't taken into a house, they usually pay a copper piece a night to stay in the common room of the tavern after hours, but after hours is sometime after midnight. And that is this building you guys are right in front of.
So Nicodemicus, where's your mage tower? Show us.
Yeah, in terms of size, how much larger is it than that old decrepit one over there?
It is.
I'll bet yours is 5 times as big, isn't it?
Oh no, it's that is my tower. What that you're looking over at.
Not so, Armstrong.
It's not the size; it's what's inside that counts.
Yes, and sadly,
It's not how big your tower is; it's how you use it. Is that what we're saying here?
Sort of.
It's not what I imagined, but it's a tower, and you are a wizard, so I just expected a little bit more from someone as powerful as you.
yes. Well, that's a long story. I'm afraid it's. I have a little bit of a troubled history.
Is
Well, come on inside. I'll let you buy me a drink.
Well, before we go in,
Nicodemicus, could you take a look at this, actually, now that we're in town? And
oh,
I want to...
well, Vernon, Armstrong, Oldar, let us first consider the fact that we rid the town of those owlbears that were plaguing it, and I personally would think that we are entitled to a reward. So maybe we should find the village elders.
I thought the village elders would find us in the tavern, but yes, let's do as you say.
Yes, we'll sort out my concern later. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure if we announce it inside the tavern, it'll eventually reach their ears and they'll come to us.
Let's do that.
Okay. I'm not dragging a tavern map out.
No, it's
No.
You guys step inside the tavern. It is later in the afternoon, and there are some people present. The place hasn't filled up yet, but there's a few men present here drinking. There is one man behind the bar who is looks at you. Well, and of course, he looks at Nicodemicus and Aldar coming in, recognizes them, kind of makes a strange face at Nicodemicus. And then he sees Vernon and Armstrong coming in, and he says, Aldar, he says, who are these people following you?
These people are responsible of getting rid of the owlbears we were sent searching for, and also my father.
I'll step forward and just kind of bow my head in like peace. So like, nice to meet you, sir. My name is Vernon.
Yes, we raided the region of those owl bears. We killed owl of them.
That's terrible. That is awful. I can't believe you said that. Oh my God. The tavern keeper, he kind of looks at you incredulous, and as he is doing so, the other people in the bar all just kind of look at you flatly also. And then one old man, very old man, he makes Nicodemicus look young, sitting at the end of the bar up against the wall. It looks like the wall is holding him up. He raises his beer mug high in the air and he says, burps loudly, and he says, I'll drink to that. And then he does. The place devolves into laughter. Several men come up and clap Armstrong on the shoulders and say, come on this way and we'll get you a beer. A woman comes out of the back. She is young and healthy, not particularly attractive, but still. She comes up to Vernon and kind of comes down on one knee and says, can I get you a beer, sir?
No, well, do you have tea?
She looks at you, she kind of laughs, and she says, I'll see if I can round some up for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
There are a couple of tables available.
I'll take one.
We put them together and make one large one.
Well, you don't really need large tables. Only 4 of you guys, and one of you is a halfling.
I know.
Yes, but we're expecting people.
Are we?
Okay, so...
Who are we expecting, Eldar? Oh, the elders, of course.
Yeah.
So, you sit down there. Hang on a moment. Let me check something.
Yeah. So Vernon, what did
We're still good.
what did you want me to take a look at?
I wanted to show you something, but I don't know if I want to show you in the middle of this whole place, unless we can keep this on the down low.
Oh, do not worry. These these are simple peasant folk.
All right, so
Simple peasant.
I kind of
folk.
show
Jesus,
him.
so
I
good.
show him kind of like down under the table, like quiet. I pull out that chalice. Look at this. These giants. There's inscriptions of storm giants and stuff on it. Do you sense any type of something peculiar with this? I believe my friend Theodore once did, but we never could figure out what it did. In your wisdom, what do you think?
Remind me, is this from the
It's
old dungeon or the new dungeon?
It's from the new one. It was in the in Kairos the last session actually.
Okay.
DK30.
What is it? What is it you're showing?
DK30 Storm Giant Chalice.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
This is quite unusual, Master Vernon. Where did you get this?
Well,
Of course,
we haven't even had a chance to tell you what we're even doing in this area, but we found this in the dungeon of Kairos. Have you heard of it?
No, and to be frank, I was even surprised to even find the small dungeon. At least I assume it's a small dungeon near here. I had not thought that there were any more.
There's another, and it's much bigger from what me and Armstrong have discovered. Very dangerous as well. It's actually what we're trying to do is we got teleported magically from. We don't even know where we're at, frankly. We were searching another dungeon, and then we got teleported to this dungeon, and we really don't even know where we're at or how to get back. Armstrong here was certain that we could find a way back through the dungeon of Kairos, which is up in the hills there. Few miles.
Teleported, you say?
Yeah, some type of. We went in it. Armstrong, you tell him. You knew more about that teleport than I did.
Well, you see, I'm sure this is elementary to an old mage like you, so I'll explain it in layman's terms. We went in the room, and it teleported us with great reliance down to another level of this dungeon. Across the world, I don't know how far away we are. One day, it zapped us here. And I don't even know where here is.
Yeah, and we'd sure like to get home, get back to what we were really doing, and figure out who did this to us. Why would they send us here?
So the two of you are potentially from far, far away.
I would assume these areas don't look familiar at all.
And while you say that, Armstrong is obviously of the same racial stock as the people here. You're not from a country distant enough that the people look different.
Surely you know some manner of teleport skill, do you not?
I do indeed, and the fact that you do not know of Nicodemicus the Archmage does tell me that you have come far, far indeed. Let me see. Did this manner of teleportation, was it random, or was there thought behind it? Was it a trap?
I think there was some thought in that. I think someone wanted us out of there, and they zapped us here. So, like, our location may have been random, but perhaps the intent behind why it happened may not be so random. It may be more of a sinister nature.
Armstrong and his friends, may they all rest in peace, had been using this teleport room to go deeper within the same dungeon, and they had been using it reliably until this one time. The first time I had ever seen the room. And then this time, it sent us here. So they were convinced that it might have been tampered with, and someone did this on purpose.
Those Those are indeed astute observations, Master Vernon. If you would say that the teleportation device or spell had been tampered with, then I would assume the location it brought you has been used before, or at least has purpose. It would not make sense to create a spell with a definite use and then add a random component like that.
I suppose you're right.
I would assume that whoever created the teleportation effect or spell had some sort of intent by leading it here.
So you are in agreement with Armstrong that we should be able to find a way back, find teleport there from Kairos.
Oh, most definitely. If a teleportation spell brought you here, then it would not be more difficult, or would not be.
Do you hear that, Armstrong? We might be able to find a way back. We might be able to find a way back, Armstrong.
We must go back. I must find Falco.
Well, first we have to clear this other dungeon that we're in, but then maybe you guys can help us find a way home.
The teleport dropped you at the steps outside of the dungeon of Kairos, and while Nicodemicus professes not to have heard of this dungeon, the name is familiar to many of the people who live in this area. Dark Kairos was a legendary figure hundreds of years ago, a very powerful warrior who had many men who followed him into battle. He was a significant force in this region, and it is said that he constructed that dungeon as a base of operations. And while no enemy ever conquered him, time itself took him away, leaving that dungeon empty, which is why it is believed that his treasure hoard still exists somewhere within it.
Ooh.
And it's a story that has been heard as far away as the land where Armstrong comes from, although he was not clear on the details of the story.
So, I pull out a kind of... I mean, does anybody have a map, or can anyone actually show us where on the map or where we are in here? Is there a map available?
They don't have a map here, actually.
Okay.
They're able to tell you how far you are from Verge and how far you are from Kendall Keep, and Kendall Keep is also a famous location. Telling you that you are as close to Kendall Keep as they're telling you tells you that you've gone far up north, north of the upper edge of Lake Dyessa, and somewhat to the east of Lake Dyessa. You're somewhere in the vicinity, actually somewhat north of the upper Daya River. If you were to proceed south from here for some distance, you could actually come up on a tributary of it and follow it back to the lake after a long trip.
Okay, so you said northeast.
Roads don't go that way.
You said northeast of Dyessa, and on what river?
You're somewhere north of the upper Daya. The river that feeds Lake Dyessa.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Or at least that's what they tell you.
Well, yeah. Well,
you discover that they're not terribly clear on geography, but then you're not unfamiliar with that effect. Most people have never seen a good map.
Right. Yep. So Nicodemicus, do you agree that there's something about this chalice?
Oh, definitely. It's
not as mundane as it seems.
Oh no, and the fact that the giants are depicted on it, it's not giant-sized, obviously, but it does have what appears to be storm giants depicted on it. That's usually... You might be looking at a magical chalice.
Maybe you should try it.
Do you have the ability to identify what kind of magic it does, or do you know anybody who could?
I could identify this chalice, certainly, but it would cost me quite a lot of time to look at it more closely.
As you are considering Nicodemicus's words, the doors open and a number of people come in. Most of them go to the bar while looking at you curiously, but the last two that come in, Aldar and Nicodemicus, recognize as Atham Finney, the town elder, and Follis the Red, the guardian of the town. He is a retired soldier. I have put their names in the chat so you can see them. They come in and come more or less directly up to your table. Finney sits down immediately. He is an older man. Not as old as the fellow at the bar, but at least as old as Nicodemicus. Follis the Red stands at the end of the table with his hands folded in front of him in a position relatively close to parade rest. Finney says, so I understand, Aldar, that you and Nicodemicus and these strangers have defeated the owlbears?
Yes, we certainly have. Nicodemicus,
Did you get all of them?
we got as many as were there. We have to continue our search for more.
We did bring a hunter. So, Vernon, did we get them all?
Well, there was evidence of hatchlings, but I believe they're no threat now. But we did intend to go back and find out where they were to extinguish them as well. But we did kill several adults.
Vernon, I'll correct you on that. Those were fresh eggs. Or are you telling the story this way to suit yourself?
Fresh eggs.
Those eggs were freshly laid, like the day before you killed the owlbears.
Oh, I thought they were.
You said I
were
thought you said
remnant.
they were broken and like they were hatched.
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
Oh, we were all under the impression there's baby owlbears running around. we're all like last one we debated whether it's ethical to kill baby owlbears.
And we should have
First of all, in my opinion, absolutely.
Oh no, mine too.
And,
I agree.
And second of all, I'm sorry if I didn't make myself clear in the last session.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But no, those were fresh eggs.
Oh,
So we could have an owlbear omelette, and we missed that.
I don't know about your opinion of the matter, but I bet you them are some strong eggs.
Yeah.
Any egg with bear in it is going to be strong.
I believe we extinguished them all, good sir.
Well, he says, I'm very glad to hear this. He says, I'm afraid we really can't offer you much in the way of pay. The city's coffers are perpetually depleted. Such as we are, it's not a very wealthy town. But we can offer you a building if you are interested. There are still some that have, for one reason or another, either gone empty or have not yet been rehabilitated. If you're interested in that.
Oh, that would be nice. A place to hang our head, Armstrong, if we so decide to come back here. We do have a place out in the woods, but
Oh, you're staying in the cabin of Keldworld.
Yes.
Yes, about that. And I tell him that Keldor is dead.
Oh, that's a tragedy. That truly is a tragedy. He was a good elf and a great ally to the people of this village. I'm very sorry to hear that something bad has happened to your father.
Yes, and I haven't talked to my mother yet, so please don't spread the word just yet. The remains.
He says, if you haven't spoken to your mother yet, why are you here?
We're trying
I find the courage to do it with a pint of ale first.
And with that, the serving maid puts a pint of ale in front of you, and she says, "Drink up, brother. You need to move out quickly before someone tells her." She says, "You know how things go in this little town."
Okay, then, if I must, I must. Then, and I get the pint, I get the beer, the jar, and the jug, and I go outside and.
on your way out, I'd just give you a nice solid pat on your back.
Yeah.
Supportive pat on the back.
Standing in a chair so you don't pat his butt.
Yeah, basically.
Right? Yeah. So you just point me to my mother's cabin, which must be somewhere.
Pick any of the modest houses.
Okay, so
the smaller ones.
The one The one right next to Nicodemicus Tower.
Oh
The one
boy, there's a
to the south.
neighbor. So you're
Yes.
talking about this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
His mother is quite attractive.
Oh, you know her.
Oh yes.
Considering that Aldar is a half elf, it's fairly likely that his mother isn't a young woman anymore. Because while he doesn't age or grow as slowly as an elf, he is a half elf. So she's probably in her 40s or so at this point. Not as old as Nicodemicus, but certainly not a young woman anymore. So the little place with the garden plot in the back is where she lives.
Yeah.
And then there's that decrepit-looking tower where Nicodemicus lives.
Perfect.
Well, that's probably how we know each other, Aldar.
Well, how would you not know him? He is like the town priest.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
my
we
next
talked-
door neighbor's kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
How long have you lived in this town, Nicodemicus?
Oh, not long. I came in with money, but I bought the tower, I think, and then bit of a little more than I could chew with the renovations.
Sounds to me like the town elders probably overcharged you for it, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to skip over the touching, poignant, and unpleasant scene where Aldar tells his mother that his father is dead.
Yep.
Yes.
And we move on. You are offered. If you guys are looking at the whole map, the building that the elder offers you is actually behind the elder's house. It's this little kind of a shack right here. If you're interested in it, they are more than happy to give you title to it in honor of the great service that you did. Of course, that means all Armstrong and Vernon have to share ownership.
If it's free, it's for me.
It is not a great building. It's a little rough. It was built several years ago, and the former owners fell on even harder times than the average people in this village and ended up dying of something. And the house was left empty. And the town elder took ownership of it, which is the law here, since there were no heirs. And then he is in a position he can just give it to you. So there you go.
Well, thank you, sir.
Several of the locals pitch in and bring you, their old furnishings, bedding and so forth. Clean, serviceable, but not particularly nice. Given that it is not cold weather right now, the house is actually fairly comfortable. Are we going to stay here in town until you guys are healed and then go back to the dungeon, or what's the plan?
I reckon now that we're in an actual town, might as well get full.
Okay.
But up to you guys, obviously.
Yeah, I'm for resting up.
Okay.
So, Nicodemus, what does your tower look on the inside?
Oh, I can show you if you want.
Yeah, why don't you show us around?
You better get moving. He's headed for that tower and he's in a hurry.
I'm already
Well,
there.
this is it. It's kind of a fix-me-upper, but yeah. It's ever since I came to town. This is where where the college is going to be. Nicodemicus College for Wizardry.
So this is your grand Archmage Tower, then?
Oh no, this is one of the many Archmage towers that I have. Sadly, my current predicament requires me to keep an active lifestyle as far as locations go.
Yeah, of course. All right, Nicodemus.
The tower was once grand. You can see, looking at it, that the foundation is one kind of stone up to a few feet off the ground, and then it is an entirely different kind of stone. As if there was a tower there once, it was toppled and looted for its stone, which is not an uncommon ending for a stone building, and then sometime later in history it was rebuilt. But that time later in history was still a long time ago. Only the fact that the stones are a bit smaller in size in the upper parts than they are in the lower parts gives away that it was rebuilt. And it is, in fact, a little rough looking on the outside. The shutters hang crooked here and there. The roof doesn't look like it can possibly keep the rain out.
Yes,
But
pardon.
the doors are in good shape. That's pretty much where the money ran out. Nicodemicus got nice doors made for it.
Yeah.
They're plain, but they are well made.
Tell you what, Nicodemus. I don't always think you tell us the truth, but I do think you mean well. Here, I got a gift for you. And I give him the DK30 scroll.
Oh,
Oh, thank
DK30
you.
scroll. I gotta go back and look at that.
I apologize, good sir, for poking fun at you often, but can't but help it sometimes.
Oh, that's no problem at all. I've heard of the halfling's wit.
If you dropped a syllable out of that, that wouldn't be a very nice thing to say at all.
Yes.
Were you thinking that? You're cleverer than I'm giving Nicodemicus credit for. Okay, so he handed you a scroll. You'll need read magic to read it.
Yeah, if we're staying here, I'll take the time to use read magic on it.
Okay, so the next morning when you're able to rememorize the spell, you everybody can go ahead and have a hit point back. Nobody ends up having to buy any supper for themselves this day or breakfast the next day. You're still being celebrated somewhat in the town.
Nice.
So everybody can have a hit point back for the overnight. And Nicodemicus casts the spell on the scroll and discovers that it contains read languages and continual light, one of each.
That's useful.
Oh.
Read languages.
Is a continual light, is that what level spell is that?
Second, you can't try and scram spells off of scrolls in my game. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
That makes spell books even more valuable.
Handy, very handy. Thank you.
But you can cast the continual light on an object and have light for years.
Yes, I'll if I have like a bag or something or a leather pouch that no one's using, I'll put that over the top of the crystal on my staff, and I'll cast continual light on the crystal.
Gotcha. Very logical. So you can go ahead and note on your scroll that it just has read languages on it now.
Yeah.
And you have continual light available, so you need to make note of that in your equipment list, that you have continual light on your staff.
That's cool. Does it make like a blue glow because it's in the blue crystals?
What the hell? Sure.
Nice.
And read languages.
And it being the next day, Aldar has his spells available. Now, Aldar will have spent the night in his own quarters. Armstrong and Vernon have bedded down in the little house, and of course Nicodemicus slept in his tower. And so the next day, Aldar has full spells available again.
Yes, I should use them to keep healing ourselves.
That's probably a good idea.
I'll cast first. I assume I'm in the temple.
Well, whenever they show up, I'm assuming they're not going to avoid you all day long, especially since you have the healing magic. You can go ahead and cast one on yourself whenever you want to.
D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1.
5 plus 1, 6. So
Nicely done.
I'm at the top of my yeah. I have a maximum 17, so I'm 17.
Okay, so you're fully charged, and Armstrong has showed up.
Armstrong, let me give you some health from a 5, 6.
Nice. 6 more points.
Ah, yes. I'm fully restored.
Excellent, then. So we should still wait another day, so Nicodemicus and I are fully prepared to travel again. And
Yes, and
Okay. The goodwill kind of runs thin about lunchtime, so each of you guys needs to cough up 2 silver pieces for lunch and 2 more silver pieces for supper. But then again, that's not so bad.
yeah,
Okay. Before we go, I would like to go to the merchant or the trader and buy some more rations.
Okay. You can absolutely do that. Most items at the traders are twice what you're accustomed to paying, but rations are normal price.
That's good to know. Okay. I have 4. Let me get. I'll get 4 more of those.
Okay.
So that's 8. Okay.
Just for the record, for those of you who are not familiar with it, continual light is not permanent in basic fantasy, but it lasts 1 year per caster level. Scrolls typically cast at 6th or 8th level, so it's either a 6 or 8 year bright light on the end of Nicodemicus' staff.
oh,
Nice. So Armstrong, would you mind just holding on to this rope? Are you able to carry this? Because if I carry it, it'll make me go to heavy load. Or we
Buy
can just leave it here.
rations, and I will carry the rope.
What kind of rope are you carrying? Standard one or silk?
It's 50-foot hemp. I guess the silk is what? It's lighter.
Yeah, it's quite a bit lighter and thinner.
Does he have one at his shop?
Does he have one? He does have one. Double price.
Okay, I'm gonna sell this one and buy that one.
Yeah, half price on the sale.
Yeah, of course. So what do I come out to there?
I don't know. I'm not.
All right, well, I'll sort it out later. I'll just put a note here.
Cost of weapons and equipment. Rope. Hemp rope is 1 gold piece, and silk rope is 10 gold pieces. So you got 5 silver pieces back and paid 20 gold pieces.
All right, well, that'll make me considerably lighter. All that gold off of me. Okay, I'm just gonna make a note here. So minus 20 and plus 5 silver. I'll sort that out later. Okay, definitely light load still. Yeah, I think I'm good. Just fill my water skins before we head back out.
The next morning, after a hearty 2 silver piece breakfast each, you are ready to head back. Since everybody is healed except Nicodemicus, he'll be at 11 in the next morning. Everybody else is fully healed. So unless Nicodemicus really wants to sit out another 3 hit points, and Aldar has full spells available.
Yes, Aldar, could you perhaps lend an old man a hand?
sure. I didn't do it earlier because I don't want you to getting into any risk, so I thought that we needed it more than you, but I'll do it now. 5.
Well,
6.
that's it. You're back up to 14.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm at only one spell left.
So the question is, do you want to leave today or wait a day?
Perhaps we would do well to wait a day.
Okay, another 4 silver pieces. No, I'm sorry, 6 silver pieces each for you guys. That's for lunch and your supper and your breakfast the next day, and you can head out. Did anybody else buy rations?
I actually, because we didn't use, we used only one day, because the other days that we were in the cabin, we used the ones we had left from.
That's true. So you still think you have plenty?
I think I have 6 days.
Okay. Armstrong, Nicodemicus. I know Vernon is stocked up.
I have bought 10 rations.
Wow, so you're loaded up on rations.
Yeah, I got 8.
So those are your days, right?
Yes, that's correct. Days.
Okay. So the next day, when Aldar has all his spells back, and you guys are all ready to go. As you are gearing up and getting your stuff ready to leave town, several of the town's children are kind of gathered at the edge of town where they expect you to be leaving, watching for you. More of them are hanging around your various houses, waiting for you to come out. You have a practical procession of children and a few adults.
Give them like high
Towards the edge of
fives
town
and
as you go
stuff.
off to the. Yep, going on. Yeah, high fives.
Oh, yeah,
you're
that's
on the
right. I'm
same
about the
level as
same
most of the
size,
kids.
so yeah, I'm just telling them, good luck, stay positive, kids.
Stay in school.
Yeah,
don't do
yeah,
drugs.
exactly. Saying good things to them.
Okay, so you guys got all your stuff together, and you are able to leave town.
Yes, I'm ready.
I have already. Go ahead.
I'm ready to get back to the dungeon, says Armstrong.
Well, I have already rolled your random encounters, and you didn't have any.
Nice.
So to cut to the chase, I'm just going to grab this ribbon and drag it to the dungeon. Welcome back to the dungeon.
The blue light, well done, I like it.
You have light as bright as clear daylight for 30 feet and another 30 feet of dimmer light that's about equal to normal torchlight. So you're pretty well lit.
Nice. I love it already. I'm coming down.
All right.
All right,
Coast clear there, Armstrong.
Yeah, it is. I'm really digging this light. Where does everybody want to go?
We could try that read language.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right up here,
But
right?
I had read
You
something of
read
that.
you read the inscription already.
Oh,
I thought we did. But that was right here, though, right?
yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't remember. Did we actually figure out what it meant?
Yes,
Oh, that's right. It
yes,
said
you were
it.
able to
Yeah,
read
it said
it.
someone's tomb. That's right.
Here lie the
First
mortal remains of the old
Right. Yep.
of the first kings of Adrih, or something
Yep. My
like that.
bad. I remember that now. Sorry.
Armstrong, do you think you would be able to bend the bars on the area to the west? The east, sorry.
Your magic is rivaled by my raw strength, of course.
Guys.
That's the positive attitude I like in young people.
Oh my God.
You guys noticed this? It says Undying Kingdom. You suppose there's a lot more undead in here than we're thinking?
We have Alder with us. That's enough.
All right.
Did you see him turn that legion of skeletons away from us?
Hopefully all it is skeletons.
Yes, besides, any undead would be weakened in the light of my magic staff.
All right, you got this. And to refresh us, these ones here, are they gates similar to the ones that are at the top, or are these portcullises?
They are. However, they are horribly rusted. The one directly in front of Nicodemicus is in awful condition, and the one in the other room is even worse.
Okay. So but they don't appear locked. They're just very rusty.
Well, let's put it this way: they are so rusted and pitted that you couldn't tell where the locks were.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's a strength thing. Okay.
They're just lumps of rusty bars. The hinges are probably solid.
Gotcha. So that would be an Armstrong deal. Well, guys, which way, left or right?
Armstrong, do you think you would be able to break down the door or the gate?
Yes. Let me give it a try. Everyone stand back.
Wait. Should we try these doors, or shouldn't we explore the one we left open?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I was actually talking about left or right up here, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I say left then.
Yeah, it's a good point now. We can search closer with that light and be able to see further into these. So before we go over there, we'll see what the light shows us on this side.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're going over there.
Yeah, just want to.
Oh my goodness gracious! Look at that. The light just reaches out and touches the far horizon.
Yeah, I just want to see how far that goes over there. Okay.
The room beyond the gate there that you're looking at,
Yeah.
is, and let me get my view adjusted. The room beyond the gate that you're looking into there is covered in murals. Parts of the wall that you can see, anyway. They're both carved and painted in the form of a mural. It appears to depict the building of a kingdom. Kings in elaborate feathered crowns, speaking to crowds of people, leading men into battle, and directing the construction of castles and other buildings.
So the people look normal. They don't look undead.
No, the people don't look undead. They look like people.
Okay. All right, guys.
Now what?
What do you think? Go back over here.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's best to
Yeah.
first.
Clear what is open first.
Yeah.
Ooh, large room.
Mm-hmm.
There's a corridor up there. Is that a rock?
This large room appears to be mostly empty. There's two 10-foot square alcoves that you can see set into the opposite walls. Both of those alcoves have what appear to be huge urns. They are taller than Vernon, almost as tall as Aldar, in fact. Made of some kind of red pottery, based on the color anyway. You also see a pile of bones. Well, actually, more scattered bones, anyway, on the floor.
Should I go over and smash
And
bones with my maul?
if Nicodemicus steps into the room about 10 more feet, I'll give you the rest of it.
Why don't Aldar get in front here with his clerical powers? Okay.
Perhaps Armstrong, you should crush
Whoa.
the skulls. Oh,
There are, in fact, the remains of at least 2 humanoids here based on the number of skulls you see. Does look like there's more bones than there ought to be for 2 skulls, but anyway. You can see the shattered pieces of an urn up there
Whoa.
in the corner.
Armstrong, stop moving. Okay, so shattered pieces of urn, 2 dead skeletons. Guys, there's... we don't want to go close to those things.
you suspect foul play?
Well, shattered urn and bones here. Is it possible that these came from the urn? What do you think, Aldar? Is it commonplace to put skeletal remains in urns, or is it only burnt ashes?
Judging by the size of these urns,
Could put a body in there.
it seems that they could fit a whole body. I don't know how many, because
it looks like you could fit 2 or 3 people into one of those urns, unless the walls are very thick.
maybe.
But based on the sizes of the fragments, they don't look like they're that thick. So
Okay, so maybe we should look into one of those urns and see. What do you say, Vernon?
Well, the
maybe
good
they
thing
have
is,
treasure, and these were interlopers or something like that, and try to.
as I get closer to here, I don't see. Do I see any markings or anything kind of indicating how this broke open? Is there like slash marks on them, or?
no, it looks as if it was toppled. The urns have relatively narrow bases. So it looks to you as if maybe the urn was just tipped over and shattered on impact with the floor.
Oh. Okay. Well, if we want to take a chance at it, I could sneak around the back, and if all of you guys get ready, and as soon as it goes, just start whacking everything you see. Don't even give them a chance to get up. Maybe we can take them out before they can even get on their feet, assuming that there's even gonna be anything in there. It could just be dust, or we can just leave them, because really, what are we gonna get out of it, potentially?
There may be treasure in there.
Fair play.
But,
Is it worth it at this point, or?
Well, I could use a new roof on my tower, so let's take a look.
Okay, let's do it. So how about
Daddy needs a new roof?
So
With that, you can get a new tower under the.
how about you guys both get really close so these things can't get anywhere on us. Nicodemus, get a spell ready, and I'll sneak around the back and push this thing open, and we'll just swarm whatever's there before it even gets a chance to attack.
Okay.
I'll get here, so maybe I can try.
Yeah,
If it gets too bad, I can try to turn them if there's anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna go really trying to not to bump it the wrong way. I'm going really soft till I get around the back, and I put my feet on the wall behind me and just throw that thing forward as hard as I can to try to make it spill out right here.
Okay. You are unable to move the urn. It is extraordinarily heavy.
Armstrong, do you want to try this? It's too heavy for me.
All right, everyone stand back.
I'll take Armstrong's place and I'll take out my hand axe.
Armstrong, you can just almost
So
move
as
it.
soon as anything goes, we're
It
ready
rocks
to go.
a little bit, but it won't go over.
Okay, can I help?
It is really, really heavy.
Someone help
Can
me.
I help? Or
Okay. That is great. You are able to overturn it. As soon as it hits the floor, it shatters wide open, releasing its contents. A splash of black oily substance spreads over the floor.
Great. So I'm gonna back away from it.
And okay, Aldar. Okay, that's where Vernon was.
As soon as I see that it's
Shiny viscous black oil spreads in a wide pool around the broken
Okay.
urn.
Yeah, as
Okay,
soon as I
smell?
see that it's not bones, I'm backing away from that thing. Nicodemus, what say you on this oil?
Does it smell, or does it have a smell?
Not that you can smell from where you're standing.
Oh, I thought it was a big puddle all over the floor, but I'll move up to the puddle.
Let's see. I'll just drop a puddle right here for you. And you examine the puddle, and you see the puddle move. And roll for initiative.
Right.
Okay, so Vernon and Nicodemicus and Armstrong are all fast. Aldar, I'm afraid, is quite slow. What are you guys going to do?
I'll back away, and I'll say it is alive. It's a pudding or something alive.
Do we have a chance on it, or should we get away from it?
Well, I've read about these things. I think we should maybe use fire on it.
Okay, if you're gonna use fire on it, before I back away too far, I'm gonna toss my one of my oils. I have two of them, so now I have one of them, and I'm gonna try to toss a flask of oil on it.
Okay. You need to roll an attack roll.
So that's gonna be Dex, right?
Yeah, it's a missile weapon, and you are at +0 range.
Okay, so it should be +1 to that for my Dex.
You got an NA somewhere.
Oh,
On your character sheet should be a
yeah,
0.
okay. Let me just put the 0 here. I rolled the initiative one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I shouldn't even have re-rolled.
Yeah, that misses.
It would have been
That's okay. That doesn't matter.
Where does it end up?
Right here.
Oh boy.
Floor splashed. Splash some on Aldar, and splash some on the monster, and splash some on Armstrong. You managed to oil everybody.
Crap. That didn't work.
Let's see here. Uh-oh.
What the heck was
What are
that?
you doing?
Yeah, no, I don't know where that came from because I didn't even hit anything. I was scrolling.
I see that.
Can I get around through Alder?
You can pass through a friendly, yes.
Well, can I do it in such a way this thing can't attack me?
Not a half.
You got to get out of its reach.
You can go 5. Well, you can't really go through there, so 5, 10, 15.
20. No, actually, if you go more than 10 feet, that'll have you moving away from an opponent. You're 20-foot movements, right?
5.
Are you in magic armor, Armstrong?
No, not.
Okay, if you move Pat further away than there, the monster will get a strike at you. So it's up to you. If you want to do that, you can move another 2 squares, or you can hold that position. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to duck down behind. Did this thing break or did it?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay,
It's gone.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay back there.
Okay, Aldar is slow. Nicodemicus, it is kind of your turn. No one is carrying fire right now, so.
And Aldar and Armstrong are covered in oil also? Did I catch it right?
They have oil on them.
Mm.
Basically, Aldar, Armstrong, and the monster all took what would be a 1d6 splash hit if somebody lit it on fire.
Yeah. It's time for a careful fireball, I think. So I'll cast,
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'll cast Magic Missile.
4 points of damage, right?
I'm starting to like you,
And,
Nicodemus, and I don't like that.
Oh God, that's hilarious. Okay.
You make me uncomfortable.
Okay, so you did 4 points of damage. Okay, so that was Nicodemicus, and now I think it must be the monster's turn. The monster attacks the closest opponent, which is Aldar. And Aldar has an armor class of never mind. It did not hit.
Good dodge, Aldar.
It stretched out a pseudopod at you, but it just kind of swung it in the air and it missed.
Good dodge.
Well, then I move. It's my turn now, so I move around here, and I try to. Does it have some oil on it, or?
It does have some oil on it. Yes.
It would be. I don't know if it would be of any use to spill more oil on it. I don't know. What do you say, Vernon?
No, I think it needs fire once you guys get away from it. You can toss your oil into the fire once it's there.
Okay.
Well, of course, then the question is, what are you going to do to get fire? That is the round. Everybody has acted.
I have a torch. I can light a torch if we need.
So, are you going to light a torch? Then?
On my initiative.
Okay. Okay, so I see Nicodemicus and Vernon and Armstrong are all fast. And Aldar is tied. Vernon and Armstrong first. Vernon is lighting a torch on his initiative. Roll a d20 for me.
Just okay.
You're trying to light a torch in a hurry.
Got it.
And it didn't
Dang.
light. Okay. That's your action. Vernon, then Armstrong is on 6. What are you going to do, Armstrong?
Just give him
I'm
time
gonna
to get out of there.
double move by it, and I don't care if it hits me. I'm stuck back here, and I need to get out.
That sounds like a good plan to me. 40 feet then.
3, 4.
Plus, we can get fire on it once you're out of the way. And I can hopefully light this.
That's half a double.
Yeah, I was just looking at my character sheet. Yeah, so I'm gonna make it about right here.
Okay. All right, so that's where you're running to. Aldar is tied. Oh, Nicodemicus, what are you going to do?
I'll hold my action.
Okay. Aldar, you're tied with the monster. What's your plan?
Moving backwards. Right, I want to.
Okay, so
Okay.
go ahead and make your move. 10, 15, that's close enough. And it takes another swing at you.
Dang.
What's your armor class?
16.
16. Well, that's a hit. You're going to enjoy this next part. And by enjoy, I mean not enjoy.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's the damage, yes.
How?
Okay, and that that was your move. Do you want to take an attack?
Sure.
Oh,
28.
Good swing.
Does it do anything? It did something.
You guys might be on your own here.
Hmm.
Armstrong ain't stupid.
Yeah,
He's
no.
stupid, but he's not that stupid.
Okay. I believe the saying is he's stupid, but he's not crazy.
I'd argue.
He also's tied, but anyway.
Oh, sorry.
And Nicodemicus, please.
Yeah, I was holding, so I'll.
Oh, you're still holding. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay, so you've still got a held action.
Yeah.
So that means you get to act first. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'll move here, and I'll cast another fireball on the. Yeah, I suppose they both look the same.
The one closest to you is a little smaller.
I'll cast my magic missile on that, and I'll yell, "Get away! Fireball incoming!"
Okay, let's have some damage.
Nice.
7.
It's getting hot in here,
Okay.
Nicodemus.
Yes, this is clearly a job for an archmage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was Nicodemicus's held action. Aldar would be next. What are you going to do, sir? Because I know what I would do if I was you.
Get out.
I'd walk up that aisle behind Vernon and Armstrong and cast a healing spell on myself. That's what I would do. But, I'm the game master, so.
Yeah. I'm going to.
None of this should be construed as legal advice. Now, how far did you move there?
I don't know
10,
how
15,
far can I move.
5, 10.
20 feet is your normal movement. Are you in magic armor?
Yeah.
Magic metal armor, 30 feet is your movement. So you can go another 2
Right.
squares, but that does mean a parting shot.
So it's
Or you can
from
Because it
go
was in,
be around here.
you can move 15 feet. Yeah,
15 feet. Okay.
5, 10, 15.
Thanks.
that's 10 right
You could
there.
go
You can
here.
go because of a diagonal. You can go one more.
Okay. So I cast a healing spell on myself, and I get a 5. 5 8 points back.
As an old friend used to say, that's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. It looks like Aldar was on 5, Monster's on 2, Vernon's on 5. What's Vernon gonna do?
5, 10, 15. How far? What is short range for throwing a? Well, I gotta light it. I'm not gonna light it. I don't have time. I'm just gonna get back to over here. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
If you're
20.
in magic leather, if you move more than
Yeah.
20, you're gonna take
Yeah,
a party
right
shot.
here is where I'm gonna get to. 20.
Okay, so you go there, and you're gonna try and light that torch again.
I suppose it won't hurt, and it's gonna be here. That ought to do it.
That'll do it. Yeah. So you got a lit torch now. Congratulations.
Okay. I'll just I'm not throwing it over top of Armstrong, so I'll hold on to it for now.
Now we have a nice yellow and blue there. Somehow they don't make green. I'm not sure how that works.
Mhm.
Okay. So that was Vernon, and Armstrong is tied with the monster.
What the heck?
Your die rolls just keep.
Yeah, my hands are above my head.
Okay. So yeah. Well, okay. So Armstrong, what are you gonna do? Double moving, huh? I don't blame him. But that does mean it gets a shot at you. But that would count as its shot. So, wow, it missed you. So the monster. I'm gonna say the monster pursued you a short distance and attacked you as you were running, and then it ran out of. It just stopped. So that's where it got to.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we'll go with that. So that's where the monster is, and everyone has acted. So we do that thing again that we do so well. Oh, look, it got a 1. No one's engaged with it, so you guys can double move away if you want to. Run away, run away. Academicus, Vernon, Aldar, and Armstrong. Everyone is faster. You can make a double move if you want to. For Aldar, a double move would be 40 feet.
40 feet, it's
8 squares.
Yeah.
Okay, is that where you... That's not 8 squares. You were here.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That would put... You could get to here if you want to.
Right. I don't.
I assume you want to, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't keep chasing us.
That's the monster. Okay, so... just go ahead and make your movement that you want to make a move, because at this point... Well, let's see. Wait a minute. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, the monster can't reach you in a round unless it double moves, and it doesn't seem inclined to double move. So you guys can go ahead and get away, basically, because you're all able to outrun it. Where are you going to go? That's the question.
But we didn't see what was in the other urns.
Well, we don't have time for that right now. So if we
Ain't got no time for
if we say we tuck into this corridor and kind of keep an eye on this thing, does it keep coming across this room to us?
Yes, it's pursuing you.
Really?
Is there nothing we can do to destroy this thing? Or
I'm gonna-
let me rephrase it. Is there nothing you can do to destroy this thing?
Yeah, I got it. So I'm gonna pour the oil all in the entrance here and dip
Okay.
my torch down on it and catch it on fire, and then just keep moving.
Okay, so it moves up into the fire. I'm assuming Armstrong is backing away also. I will let you roll a d8 for damage.
D8. Nice.
All right. Given the distance you're at right now, we do need to roll for initiative because it's close to you. I've got a 2. Armstrong's on 5. Vernon's on 7. Aldar's on 2. And Nicodemicus is quick. Okay, so the guys on 7 and 5 can move.
All right.
Aldar's stuck on 2.
Before I move, I'm just gonna lay down my lit torch with the flame facing it right in the middle of this thing. So I just kind of got a lit torch on the ground, burning right in the middle.
Okay. Okay, so you got a D6 splash hit of oil on the creature before it was split. So I'm going to say that half of that oil was on each half of the monster. Which means that even though it's going to move out of the fire this round, you can roll a D3 of damage.
What is your method of using a D6? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
You should be able to ask for 1d3.
Oh, to type it. Got it. It's what?
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
I've never actually tried it. No, / roll space 1d3. I've never actually tried a D3, but it should take it.
Did it do anything? Yeah.
There you go. 1 point. It is no dead, but you get a little bit more burning out of that oil. The oil patch behind it continues to burn for a round, but it's already moved out of it. And it moves up, and it's going to attack Aldar.
So we're tied, right?
Well, hang on a minute. You're tied. Aldar can be moving away at this time as it's approaching.
Yeah.
1, 10, 15. He's going to go another space. Where's Aldar going to move to? So you're moving simultaneously, so it can't catch you, and it ends up right there.
So the D3 came from the torch that I laid down?
No, the D3 came from the oil that you threw earlier. It went around the torch. It is goopy after all. It simply squished itself up against the wall and went around it.
Okay, this thing's smart.
It just reacts to fire. But, as I say, you did get that splash hit on it, and I just gave you credit for half of it, basically. So, now, we need that initiative again.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was going to dodge it because it just walked through the fire before.
It was moving towards the fire as you lit it. Basically, they kind of met.
Got it.
Sometimes combat combat should be more fluid than
Yeah.
the rules allow, so I take a little liberty with it.
No, it makes
sometimes.
sense. I got it.
Okay, so it is faster than all of you, and it comes after Nicodemicus. And if it was anybody else, they wouldn't have been hit. But his armor class is not that great,
Crap.
so he could die from this, but he didn't.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, okay. So it is you guys' action since the monster has acted. The torch is laying. The torch is not on Vernon anymore. Vernon laid it on the floor up there. I have got to move some screens around here. Okay, there we go. I need my torch somewhere on them.
You're going to want to keep another one of those handy. I'm about to toss another one.
You got to light another one, or did you pull one out and light
I
it? You didn't
plan
actually say
to
that,
on my turn. So
okay.
just while you're at it, stick another one somewhere.
Okay. Okay, but what I'm saying is, how did you light that? Did you light that off of the first one, or what?
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm just telling you so you don't have to go back and do it again.
Oh,
I'm just gonna.
I just have to copy and
Oh,
paste.
okay, got it.
There we go.
Nice.
In the middle of the quarter. All right. Control Alt. Okay, so that's where we are at this point. Okay, so Monster had 6. Okay, so Vernon and Armstrong and Nicodemicus are all in 5, so you guys can all do whatever you want to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep backing up, tuck behind that wall a bit, and then I'm gonna roll to light my torch. And I definitely light that torch. Did I light it so well that I can throw it in the same turn?
No. Nice try, though. Armstrong has moved himself out of the way. Nicodemicus, what are you going to do, sir?
Yeah, I'll disengage and try to move back as far as I can.
4 squares is within your reach, so without incurring a parting shot. You could take a diagonal step. Yep, and that's it. You're at your end of your movement without getting a hit. Aldar is the last guy. What's he going to do?
I'm going to stay behind and engage it when it comes up to us, because we didn't open that last door, so we're trapped.
Yeah. When it gets to these squares, I'm tossing this thing.
Oh,
You're just going to toss the torch at it?
you say that, I'm moving back.
Yeah, I have my arm cocked and ready. So if it comes into either of these 2 squares, I want to try to throw it.
So we are to initiative again. Well, that's slow. Everybody is faster than the monster. Everybody is faster than the monster. So what do you want to do this round, guys?
Well, I'll cast my last spell, which is also going to be a fireball to burn the creature down. 7.
Boom. X. Nice.
Well, guys, it is fortunate.
Mark the spot.
It is fortunate that you have an archmage among your party.
Yes,
Because
I know.
I'm not sure if you would have survived without me.
No,
I
you
agree.
basically
That fire is so big right now. We can't even go back in that room.
The fire burns out on the floor in that round, so that's the end of that. The torch is still lit.
I do, however, wouldn't mind a healing spell, Alder.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yes.
Are you gonna put your torch out there, Vernon?
Yeah, I was just going to say I'm gonna put it out on the floor and stick it back in my bag once it's cooled
I
off.
try to heal. Nicodemicus. 5.
Thank you.
Nice. You didn't actually ask me when you went in there up to those urns. The top of the urn, the lid sets down into the lip of the urn a little bit, and the depression thus created has been filled with lead on those urns. Now, you just ran up there and toppled it, so I didn't bother to explain that to you. But those things were sealed into the urn. That thing was sealed into the urn. And I have to say, Vernon, what is your interpretation of a shattered urn and piles of bones now?
Not likely to be related.
Actually, they're very likely to be related. That's what's left after the first batch of people opened a gate that you found ajar
Oh.
and toppled the urn.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what happened there. You just have to look at the evidence from the right angle.
We'll just say that Nicodemus noticed that in his wisdom, or all
In his wisdom.
yes.
I just forgot to mention it. Can I?
I don't give away all my secrets, but I thought
I'm not going to give myself enough credit to claim that Vernon noticed that.
If you don't mind, guys.
But I know Nicodemus would love to take credit to notice that.
I didn't realize what time it was. Okay, so let's just go ahead and call this here. We will pick this up next week. So I'll see you guys later.
See you guys.
I had a great time, really. Bye-bye.
Yeah, everybody take care.
Yeah, take care. Thanks for playing. Bye.